Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I trust that your day is starting off well. I wanted to come over and share an experience that I had yesterday. While small, I feel like on a larger scale, it makes a lot more sense. So every year, well, I guess for the last 2 years or so, I have been picking a theme of something it is that I want to work on that will help to stretch me or grow me. So I do a couple things. I usually pick a goal. I do one thing that makes me beneficially uncomfortable. And then I do one thing that I feel like will stretch me, that like helps with my personal development in general. So last year it was really working on receiving. I struggled with receiving gifts, even though it's one of my top love languages. I struggled with receiving compliments. Somebody be like, "Oh, I like your shirt today." And I'd be like, "Oh, this old thing, oh my gosh, I got it like 10 years." It was hard to receive those compliments. So it's interesting because I wanted to receive on a larger scale, like be able to receive income from clients and be able to receive business grants and great opportunities. It's interesting that it kept happening in small ways. I would get random people in the grocery store that would compliment me, people on social media that would compliment me, and I had to learn to be okay with just saying thank you and just receiving easily. This year, what I've picked is not playing small. For a lot of times, as an introvert, I like to kind of stay behind the scenes. And also as a person that struggled a little bit with confidence growing up, staying behind the scenes felt safe, felt normal, felt comfortable. But we all know the truth about our comfort zone. It doesn't take us anywhere. And so one of the things that I've been working on is not being in places where I play small, not putting myself in situations where I'm, selling myself short or playing small. So last night while on the airplane, I had an interesting experience. So I was put in between two larger gentlemen. One was large, like bulky large, like he had been in the gym a lot. He was in great shape. The other one was a little bit overweight. So the guy that was bulky, he, you could tell he was trying really hard to not invade my space. So he had his elbow over and then he would kind of like move it a little bit. The other guy was like, didn't care. Like he didn't care that I'm sitting in this tiny seat already and I'm sitting here like this because he had his elbow. I'm not exaggerating. If this right here was my midsection, he had his elbow like this. And he's sitting there the whole time. So for a while, I'm like, well, maybe he's just trying to get comfortable and the seat is uncomfortable. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, well, I'm uncomfortable and I paid the same amount he paid. Why should I be uncomfortable in a seat that I paid for? Why should I play small and sit there in this tiny little box while he feels comfortable? And so I decided to ask him to please move his elbow. He had frustration with that, like I was, bothering him by doing it. But I say that to say that it spoke to the bigger theme of like, even in small situations, do not play small to make someone else comfortable, okay? I just really wanted to share that and dig that in because was such a gentle but on-time reminder for myself as well.